maybe that's because if the true story came out, his own audience would turn against him. Realistically, if it came out that Charlamagne the God did something foul to Wax, who was well beloved among that fan base, the Brilliant Idiot fans would turn on Charlamagne the God, and it wouldn't be close. Trust me, brother. They choosing Wax over Charlamagne, and they found out that Charlamagne the God did Wax dirty. But for the most part, since Wax has been gone, all we've really found out is things that make Wax look bad. Stories like, oh, Wax was sending news to interns at the Brilliant Idiots. And that was something that Wax own baby mama exposed. Or, oh, Wax put his hands on his baby mama. That's something that she exposed. Right? But those things could be true, and that still couldn't be the reason why Charlamagne got fired Wax. It could still be exactly what Wax 100 is currently saying. Now, if you guys don't know who Wax is like the tall, dark-skinned dude who was on Brilliant Idiots strictly to be Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne's muse. He was on that show to be the locale. They brought Wax on strictly to laugh at him and make fun of his life. Simple.
I want to get back to your marriage. So can we talk about this on a podcast right now?
I guess so, because I guess Reddit put it out there and all this other type of stuff. Yes, the truth is, I am a narcissist, and
This is like, really.
Words. Care about words here. Thank you. Okay, only we ism. You know what we talking about. Narc. He's a narc. You know what we're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm a narcissist, and I like traditional, things that I don't think that was just. It's all good. Like, don't look at my back.
Did the therapist say you're a narcissist?
Not really. I got diagnosed by her.
So are you in a relationship currently?
Right now, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I just think that... I
don't like this.
What do you mean? I hate this.
Guess what? I hate it too. I don't see it better, bro.
You don't even know how down you've been, yo.
You think so?
Yes, man. You look depressed. Not moving the same. You've been saying that. You have to get sick. Word is bond.
Crazy.
You're sick? And you shouldn't live like that. After you be sick.
What, in my pants?
It was moments like that when Wax was being vulnerable and open and putting his life on display that endeared him to the audience. So when he just up and left, fans were confused and Charlamagne never gave fans answers, like at all. Like the only time we even heard him maybe speak on this was probably his book, but he still never said Wax's name, still never, directly said he was talking about Wax. Well, the employee he alluded to, we all thought was Wax, was the Charlamagne guy saying that he was paying this person 6 figures, which we know because they talked about this on the show, how Charlamagne got paid Wax 6 figures, and he paid him enough to where Wax was starting businesses like his chicken farm and other things that he was doing on behalf of Charlamagne the God. So, Charlamagne said in his book that, he was paying his employees 6 figures, but the employee got ungrateful, got lazy, got complicit, and began to think that he deserved more and he deserved to live the same lifestyle that Charlamagne the God was living.
Let's get into what Charlamagne said in his book. I had a homie who worked with me for years. They were good at their job, but I was overpaying them wildly. But I was cool with it. They were my people, had my back in situations, and I wanted them to feel secure. But even after getting extravagantly, I'm talking 6 figures overpaid for years, they still felt like they deserved more. In their mind, they couldn't just live in any old place. They couldn't drive just any old thing. They were meeting celebrities through their job, but in their mind, they deserved to become a celebrity too. And to look and eat like one too. They felt that I was somehow getting over on them. Eventually, I had to let that person go. More so than money, it was about poor judgment.
He never said Wax's name, but we can all assume he's talking about Wax. And the reason he gave for why he stopped talking or let go of one of his best friends and closest friends he grew up with and one of the fan favorites on the podcast, the reason why he let him go is because that person was making poor judgment and asking him for more money. He put it entirely on him. Now, Wax 100 is saying that he got proof that that's not the case, and that Charlamagne the God actually snaked him and did some underhanded tactics to him and had to fire him before it became public. If that's true, that will be, to me, a really big blow to Charlamagne the God's reputation. Like, not with the general public. Again, wax is cool, but, like, for the most part, for us, the general public don't care about wax. They just don't, though. Okay, they don't give a damn about wax. I don't think, like, the general consensus on Twitter is, hey, Charlamagne did wax dirty, we are up in arms. Nobody give a damn. But the audience they have built, the Blood Idiots fans they have built, the people who pay for, I don't know, their members only, those people, I think, will revolt against Charlamagne the God.
Get out my way, nigga. God damn.
The thing that WAC 100 is saying is put out there and is confirmed with receipts or through Wax himself. But WAC 100 wouldn't stop there. WAC 100 will continue and says the spies gave them information in regards to Charlamagne the God potentially date raping a bunch of college women at this particular condo or behind some type of play. So now it's unclear exactly what's going on because quite frankly I don't know the whole details because they're talking to WAC 100. So WAC will say this information is getting ready to come out.
They also told me that Charlamagne know this. Oh, you want me to send it to you?
So WAC, how you know this? How you know this?
And the condo that Adam read last week that said he stayed in Fort Lee with the other going on, come to find out is Wendy Williams' husband, ex-husband, Cam's condo. So I called the people, and they said, yep, Charlamagne stayed here, Cam about to put him out because there was some freaky deaky going on. And when they called down there and hollered at his father owned the club, they said that his father is already in the back working lot doing some things he wasn't supposed to be doing. This is bad, bro. Buckeye is supporting me. Oh, Buckeye. Some chick named Buckeye he was dealing with in Cam's condo. And they raped two college girls. I got to get the information on that.
I want to make this clear. I'm not putting those allegations on Charlamagne the God. I'm not doing it, bro. Okay, like this is all fun and games with the Rock Nation and the crypto and the Charlamagne the God being compromised. But when we're talking about actual and literal crimes, when we're talking about things that could put people in jail, I'm going to need to actually see the proof and the receipts before I go along with it. Because Mike is saying they telling him that Charlamagne the God date raped two college girls and Wack is about to get more information on it. That's some serious stuff. Because I think with the old stuff and the old accusations with the Jessica Reed and the other stuff, for the most part, I think Charlamagne the God kind of navigated that pretty well because it wasn't a shocker. Like, he discussed it and he talked about it in length on his podcast for years. So by the time the story came out, a lot of the Brand Idiots audience, such as myself, we already kind of knew the entire story and Charlamagne's perspective of the story. So when Jessica Reed came out and when they came out with their accusations for Charlamagne the God, when she accused Charlamagne of actually date raping her when she was like 14 or 15 years old.
Great care puts patients first. Across Kansas, hospitals and healthcare teams work together to help people move towards healthier lives. From routine visits to life's critical moments, we show up with skill, coordination, and a shared commitment to each patient. This is care that aims high and never settles for average, empowering patients and championing your healthcare together. Share your healthcare journey at championstogether.org.
The fact that we've been around this long is a minor miracle in and of itself. Everybody throughout history has disagreed. We as a people have to figure out a way to disagree but still continue and progress. You've got to be able to disagree without destroying each other. All these Europeans are saying, wow, this America's great. We have these freedoms that other people don't have, and both viewpoints have to sit back and listen and respect each other. That's been the hallmark of America throughout its history, that we've been able to forge this forward, and it continues to. It's hard to say that America hasn't excelled and has great exceptionalism. Enjoy the company of friends and family. Celebrate the continuing greatness of America without getting bogged down in all of our faults. Happy 4th. Happy 250th to America. Come see us again on Two Guys on a Porch.
We kind of understood what Charlamagne's side was. We knew that he pled guilty to something, but not that. So for the most part, that kind of got swept under the rug. this time around, Charlamagne ain't been talking about this. So if 2 additional women come forward and accuse him of date raping them, that's going to be really bad news for Charlamagne, and I think that might result in him losing a lot of deals, him not getting that daytime slot he wants. The Breakfast Club probably telling him, hey, bro, take like a hiatus, take a couple weeks off, a month off, or 2, this is resolved, but this is bad. Now, Wack would tell academics that it's up to academics on when exactly he should release these bombs.
Look, you just enforce it. Yes. Not making this stuff, bro. Jesus knows. You see? They're telling me this, so I'm jotting it up today. They're telling me this, so I'm jotting it down, bro. Okay. So I'm telling you, he's DJ Envy's renegotiation, and Envy's gonna know this. Envy's gonna know that at any point in time when these renegotiations happen, there's some funny business starting to happen. And Wax is gonna know if his butcher shop permit got blocked. And we got the chief that's coming to the table that's walking around who's doing the other activity. Now, I'm sorry,
Wax, I'm still in shock. I can't believe that my man is tied in with Rock Nation like that. It's like, Wax, it's like, you know, I've been talking about this over a decade.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I don't think I would ever, like, this almost feel like thank me. Like, I think you should have told me, like, yo, bro, like, I ain't down with their program, but I do work with them. How you gonna let me find out? Yo, imagine finding out you're a day one man, if you found out that he's wrong. When you get down to the county and you see his name in the paperwork, Wax, you see his name in the paperwork. He's been telling on you for 10 years.
So is it on? If it's on, I'm going to notify these people. They keep sending it.
Man, I still don't even want to make the call, man.
Charlamagne has never dealt with somebody like Wack 100. Wack lives for things like this, bruh. Yo, have you realized how the temperature has increased drastically ever since Wack 100 got introduced to this beef? Wack is rich and bored. He just got off tour, I guess, with like Blueface. Wack right now is chilling. He got all the time in the world to go ahead and dig and find information. And it's not like Wack is doing this and like, oh my God, it's like a big deal in his life. No. Wack enjoys this stuff. There's not enough stress or headache I think Charlamagne the God can give to Wack to make Wack not enjoy and love what's currently going on or stop him from investigating. Wack is obsessive. The fact that Wack is now involved, y'all have realized the temperature of this beef went from business, leisure, to now it's like hella personal. It's like hella personal now. And that's the doing of Wack 100. Now, Wack 100 also got academics to, for the most part, stop the night stuff with like Charlamagne the God. You see how academics just said, damn, Wack, bro, I can't believe it. And Wack said, see, yeah, I told you. That's because Wack 100 put academics on game. Wack 100 located something that showed and proved, well, Charlamagne the God is in cahoots with Rock Nation, and he's embedded in the fabric of the Rock Nation structure. And when he's coming to you asking you for information, when he's coming to you asking you to confide in him, and you're giving him information, and you're talking to him about Rock Nation, giving him like your proprietary information that you're going to use against Rock Nation, and you're telling him your strategy for Rock Nation, against Rock Nation, and how you're going to defeat them, and he's sitting by and he's receiving all the information you're giving him, and he's staying quiet, and he's telling you, damn, bro, that's bad, bro, I'm going to try to do what I can do to help. But he doesn't tell you, oh, by the way, you, your OG, who you're telling, like your strategy for Rock Nation and how you're about to defeat Rock Nation and what you're going to do to defeat them, the person like you're telling me, well, I am in cahoots with Rock Nation. I work for Rock Nation as well. I'm sorry, you didn't think that would be important to tell Act? Well, Wack 100 went and found undeniable proof that Charlamagne the God is in cahoots with Rock Nation, and he gave that information to academics, and that was the first time academics felt, damn, my big homie Charlamagne the God snaked me. He did me foul. Because if we were in business with them to that degree, on that level, if I'm confiding in you about Rock Nation, telling you certain things about Rock Nation, you are obligated, unless you just want to snake me, to tell me, hey, by the way, you probably shouldn't be telling me your plans for Rock Nation because I work for Rock Nation. I'm embedded into Rock Nation structure. I'm in cahoots with Rock Nation. Me and Rock Nation is doing big business. But because Rock 100 found an undeniable proof that Charlamagne the God is in cahoots with Rock Nation, and Charlamagne never told Act when they were discussing Rock Nation, Act now feels like Charlamagne got snaked him. I stopped him in his tracks. I said, I know where this is coming from. I blocked this. You know what he says to me on the phone? Act like he thinks that Jay-Z would even think about it. Like, he's too high up. You don't think about it. You don't think about it. So, he's too high up in the sky. He don't care about nothing. A week later, I see Jay-Z on stage. He's rapping about everything Charlamagne told me about. Let this be a lesson to all y'all watching. And this is a byproduct of Charlamagne the God trying to be slick. Thinking he's slicker than a program. If Charlamagne the God would just play the regular OG role and actually try to fix it, actually try to solve the issues with academics and Rock Nation, and actually in a good faith attempt try to resolve the issues, we wouldn't be here right now. But Charlamagne the God tried to be slick. And with academics, kind of people, if you're calling me out the blue, you're asking me about like accusations that are clearly false, going to only be people to call me by one group of people, which is like Rock Nation and its affiliates, and you're like talking to me and quote unquote warning me as if these allegations are true. So I try to keep waiting. Well, hold on, bro. Like, are you calling me, asking me about getting paid by politicians and the other lies that were started by Rock Nation and its socials? And then when I ask you, hey, bro, are you sure Rock Nation ain't saying you broke with them? Absolutely not. That's what you think that. I just called you out the blue, talk about these things that we never talked about before. Only, according to Act, for a Rock Nation loan to confirm what Rock 100 told Act. Charlamagne said, Act, I just on the phone. What we do? I said, if you're my man, you're my media idol. He said, I'm going to call it. He said, no, I'm going to bring this to the extreme top. But listen to me. He said, even if I got to talk to Jay, I'm pretty sure they don't know nothing about what's going on. What if I got to talk to Jay? I'm going to talk to Jay. First thing I'm thinking, oh, that's I want to talk to you. I'm like, maybe I'm still not the way man. You know how Jake said in that song? About J. Cole? They ain't call me back? Still waiting on call. This is a Monday. You know, here's something. But anyway, as the twists and turns are happening, and now they're talking about polymorphs and Aiden Ross, and now, you know, I think it's kind of lesson off of the Drake stuff, but then they show it David, and sometimes like when Drake raps about polymarket, I'm like,
It's more personal with real-time video updates. Real college for service, and you'll receive service video updates from your personal Hendrick technician, including video walkthroughs and detailed explanations that keep you informed every step of the way. It's full service transparency, the name you know and trust, and yet service updates delivered right to your phone. Schedule your service appointment now at HendrickYards.com.
Level up your content with the power of your imagination and Canvas Magic Editor. You can turn anything into anything. It's a game changer for content creation. Try Magic Editor today. A lot of this is surrounding like I thought I was at the pin. I remember Charlamagne, he was advocating for Jay-Z to get a casino in Times Square. But the party, the Rock Nation mode, who hit me said, they just opened the locks. This is what they said. They said, if you're your idol, you're one year old, he's German. Leave your goat. The guy you call a friend, did he tell you his phone to Rock Nation? I said, hold on, he got the whole phone. He said he called me my friend. He said my friend. He said your friend.
There's an act that's too smart to be this done. It's only this. I don't like when people tell me things about myself. If my friend has any association to these people, my friend, when I squarely tell him on the phone, I think my issue is with the biggest ops, which happens to be these people, my friend would tell me, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta let you know, I work with your ops.
I don't even think academics would have been completely opposed to Charlamagne the God after he would have told him that. Now, he probably wouldn't have told him certain things or, made him privy to certain information. But if Charlamagne would have told Ack, hey, bruh, I'm this, I work with Rock Nation, let me help, I don't think Ack would have been open to the help. Clearly, he would have been open to the help. Clearly. Which is why I don't understand why Charlamagne did what he did. He didn't need to. Charlamagne could have been the real OG and a real big bro to Ack. He could have really said, hey, yo, Ack, got an issue with Rock Nation and Jay? Damn, yo, they sending you copyright strikes, Ack? They effing with your channel, Act. They trying to take your channel down, bro. They harassing you, Act. Damn, yo, I rock with you. Right? We came up together. I got you, Act. Let me contact them, bro. Right? Let me tell Rock Nation, hey, yo, Act my mans, bro. Stop sending my dog false copyright strikes, bro. Stop sending my dog strikes, bro. Stop harassing him, bro. Stop trying to silence his voice. You would think, as an OG, that's what Charlamagne God would have done. But we chose to do the exact opposite. Like, we chose to work on behalf of Rock Nation to spread narratives about academics. And I'm so confused as to why you would choose to go down that route opposed to the OG route. Hey, let me tell Rock Nation, stop harassing the Act. Stop sending strikes to my man's channel. You didn't do that at all.
Ownership will be held by Sean Corey Carter along with certain affiliated entities and trusts. That's interesting. But my media vote is nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found. Maybe he's involved, but it could be a shell company. We can't go on speculation because my friend would never lie to me. Not my friend. Not my friend. Not my friend. But what does this got to do with Charlamagne? So I go down and I say, man, maybe this little birdie that's from Rock Nation who told me just like, he's just trying to gaslight. And everybody's gaslighting Big Act. Okay, I see what's going on. They're all gaslighting Big Act. Then I click here. Promoters, sponsors, and others. And I scroll down. Promoters, sponsors, and others. SL Green. Okay, who are these people? Caesar. Who are these people? You look, some of these people are the CEO. They're the chief financial officer. JP Morgan, Peak. So they're showing not only the companies that have significant financial interests or maybe equity or some ownership, but they show the people who are part of that organization. I scroll down a little bit more, and under Rock Nation, it reads these names. Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshbein, my man, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and that's not my mother. We would go Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. Charlamagne, not under Rock Nation banner. No, we got him, y'all. We got him. We got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. Chat, I refreshed this page 40 times. I couldn't believe it.
There's some people who will say, hey, it's not a big deal. What? Like, he's working with Rock Nation on deals. Okay. And he might have an office at Rock Nation. Okay. And now, it's not a big deal if Rock Nation ain't your enemy, right? It's not a big deal if Rock Nation is not trying to get your channel taken down. It's not a big deal if Rock Nation isn't trying to destroy and ruin your life. But if you're my homie and you're calling me and I'm telling you, hey, the Rock Nation is trying to ruin my life, you don't think it's important to tell me you're working with Rock Nation. But this also explains why Charlamagne the God currently has an inability to criticize and call out anything Rock Nation and Jay-Z. It doesn't matter what it is, bro. Jay-Z can go ahead and steal, I don't know, bro, like can steal food from an orphanage. And Charlamagne the God will still defend it and say, well, Jay-Z needed the food too. Like, This here explains, one, why Charlamagne the God has never criticized Rock Nation and Jay-Z in his life. I've never seen it. I've never heard it. It's always been nonsense. Why Charlamagne the God is actively lying about how Jay-Z did not fire him after years of telling us Jay-Z did fire him from his radio show in Philadelphia. This explains everything, and it puts it into perspective for Act. And this man, Jay-Z, is trying to destroy me, and my homie Charlamagne the God is his close friend, but he doesn't tell me how much he do business with the person trying to destroy me, then I can't trust him. And the Act has now realized that he can't trust Charlamagne the God at all. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out why I think this video right here kind of proves that Corey Holcomb might be gay. I'm going to see you guys in this Corey Holcomb video. Click the hype button and send me a hype. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun.
Go to your room.
$15 bills. You know, it's green, and saves you money, makes my face is on it.
Go to your room.
Back of my head as well. But it turns out that's very legal.
The racist comedian Tony Hinchcliffe made an appearance on a Joe Rogan podcast to talk about why black people hate him. And this conversation, I'll be real, was a betrayal from Joe Rogan and black folks, man. Because black folks, we rock with Joe Rogan. Like, we know Joe Rogan has had his past transgressions, but Joe Rogan has always been really progressive up until recently. So we always rock with Joe. Like, Joe Rogan has always been the friendly white man that black folks rock with. This conversation, man, Joe Rogan really showed his true characters, bro. Joe Rogan really betrayed us. So Tony Hinchcliffe starts off this conversation, by the way, not touching on how his comedy special flopped. Right? He did an entire Netflix special that recently dropped. Again, more racist jokes, you know, making black folks the butt of the jokes. The Netflix special flopped. Even the racist people like, really, bro? Like, you gonna give us this? Like, we appreciate the racism, man, but can you make it funny? So the special flopped. Nobody watched it. Black folks ignored it. So he's on Joe Rogan now to talk about how he's being unfairly attacked by black folks, taking no accountability whatsoever for what he did at that Kevin Hart roast.
So, what's it been like the weirdness, the post-roast weirdness?
I'm always surprised by these things. I'm always surprised that they last so long, that anybody's talking about it. It's so bizarre. I was surprised with the Pang Dang thing. I was surprised at the Trump thing. And this one is really surprising. Because with other ones, they're like, there's a time and a place for jokes like that, or this or that, or whatever. And this is the time and the place for it. Is like the roast of Kevin Hart. You know, I'm going to go for it.
Y'all must think y'all talking to dummies or something, man. Y'all must think that people who are listening to this podcast are just dumb to try to get that off. Oh, I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that people would be upset at the show. You, as a comedian who's aware of your public perception, you are aware that people do you, at the very least, an insensitive prick who don't like black people. That's the very least. The worst they think of you is they think you are white supremacist. So you understand how people do you. You understand the public perception of you, especially after the Puerto Rican jokes. But yet, when you were writing down that George Floyd joke to perform it on Netflix, you couldn't in your wildest dream think of a day where people would be upset about the George Floyd joke.
Cosby Hart is a black comedian from Philadelphia. Like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them. You've done good, though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
We despise and hate racist people all across the board. But you gotta have some level of appreciation for the bold and defiant and proud race. Like the dude who would tell you, hey, I'm racist, right? Like, for example, and this might sound like blasphemy, Chud the Builder, who go out and call black folks the N-word with the hard R, he is outside proud in his racism. You know why? You know why I appreciate that more than what Tony Hinchcliffe is doing? Is because it gives me an opportunity to face my enemy head on. I don't have to guess about you. That's what you want, cool. This is what I don't like me and that. But Tony Hinchcliffe comes outside, and every time he opens up his mouth, he's disrespecting black folks. And then hide behind, it's just jokes. I don't even know why they are absurd. Black folks are the only people that are hilarious to make fun of. What about 5'1", nasally white boys who look like Morax? Right? Ain't no jokes about them. You should have plenty. That's your reality. Look in the mirror. But this dude, for some reason, is a coward. He doesn't want to just fess up. Hey, I make fun of black folks because I don't like them. Right? I think I'm better than them. Just own up to it. Now, Joe Rogan, I'll be real. I'm even more surprised at Joe Rogan. Because Tony Hinchcliffe being a coward, surprise, all right? Like, yo, now, Joe, we rock with you, Joe. Like, I am stunned. You will be complicit in this. Because what Joe Rogan will proceed to say, it doesn't come, but at some point in this podcast, Joe Rogan responds to Tony Hinchcliffe's delusions, and he feeds into it, and he makes black folks the villains, and Tony Hinchcliffe the hero. That's it. Oh,
yeah, the Kyle Rittenhouse joke, I did this, and then this one, people are offended or something. I don't know. And yeah, just watch that clip on my dismount. It's a crazy clip. But if you watch the entire flow of the roast set, it's just one last departing joke, which that's my thing, man. It's like, I knew Earthquake would be standing up on his feet like he was halfway through my set, there's standing O's that are happening during my actual roast. And I'm this.
Now do y'all see why the sample is so dangerous? Because the sample gives them validation to do this nonsense. Earthquake standing up and giving him a round of applause, as he said the George Floyd joke, tells him black folks is cool with this. If I disrespect black folks, that don't matter, because black folks love my jokes. They love when I make fun of them. They think of me as the cool white guy who can make black jokes. You see why Sambos are so dangerous? That's why we shouldn't play with a Sambo, man. There should be no playing with no Sambos out there, bro. Because these people work against us, they work to our detriment. He is literally using one of the Sambos who get you it's just jokes. What y'all talking about? It's just jokes. How comedians can make jokes now? Comedians can make jokes now? They're using them to justify them disrespecting us. And you know the number one sample they use? Now, she's a repeat offender. Tiffany Haddish. That's the first person they brought up to justify why his George Floyd joke wasn't that bad. Tiffany Haddish liked it.
So, for people to nitpick that joke and be offended, it's funny. There's a lot of comedians, a lot of black comedians. Like, I'm upset about this. They made their videos, which is just hilarious. They're not on the roast. They're not in attendance at the roast. You saw Tiffany Haddish. That was the best one. Nobody handled it better than her.
Specifically about the George Floyd joke, what do you think? Is it just comedy? Should they have been a little less? I think it should have been shorter. The show was too long. Okay. I mean, I was sitting there the whole time. I had to pee. I didn't read the George Floyd joke because I had to pee so bad. He was, I was a glorified beat filler, and I was tired. Well, also, Lonnie and other people were like, oh, maybe it was too racially motivated. What do you think as far as like the joke? Is this just comedy? Or are people taking it too seriously? Is this our comedian saying it that wasn't invited?
That's the...
Comedian Tiffany Haddish.
Bro, that was her version of the Sean O'Malley walk-off kick.
I love it, man. That one. Because there were so many people on it. It was such a long hate roast. They set you to an allotted time. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something I don't normally do and blast off more jokes per minute than I normally do instead of milking it, getting applause breaks and things like that. I'm just going to create a bang, 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 bang final stand-up thing. You know what's funny is that I have something that's supposed to offend everybody. Like, I don't want you to like 100% of any of my jokes.
Tiffany Haddish should be ashamed of herself, man. They use Tiffany Haddish to reaffirm what they already said, which is the only black people that are upset at this are the black comedians who couldn't get in the room, and they just jealous because I'm Tony Hinchcliffe and I'm old song. Tiffany Haddish, the Sambo, gave that man an out. While Tiffany Haddish said the only people upset at the George Floyd joke are the people who are jealous of me, and I agree. You know, this is out of pocket, but now they continue and do it for some reason, and this is what I don't understand, right? He goes and he says, well, it's my intention to make people upset at me. It's my intention to be hated and be killed. Well, if that's your intention and you succeeded at it, then why are you crying? Then what's all the crying? What's all the, man, I don't know why you don't like me. You said it was your intention. You said you were doing things deliberately to make people dislike you and to make people hate you. Now, you did the George Floyd joke because you understood that joke would get you hated, and it's insensitive and it's disrespectful. People wouldn't like it. You did it because of that reason. Why are you now trying to play naive here? Man, you would also say some nonsense like, well, I made a Kevin Hart joke, I made a Charlie Kirk joke, I made jokes about everybody. But the Charlie Kirk joke, and we covered this in our last couple of videos, but even with the Charlie Kirk joke, the Charlie Kirk joke was a joke disrespecting black people. So even when you're making fun of a white man, black folks somehow find their way into the disrespect.
I'm not that guy. I'm heelish. I'm a bad guy.
You're a pro wrestling heel.
Exactly. So what's funny is people got offended about the George Floyd thing, and a lot of people said, yeah, well, Pete Davidson did a Charlie Kirk joke. And they're comparing these things from two different spectrums. But what they didn't mention is that I did a Charlie Kirk joke in my set. So, you know, and
everybody gets them.
Everybody gets it is always my whole
some
point.
jokes.
Everybody does. They said that Kevin has quite the fan base. He has more gunfire at his merch table than Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And
black people got more disrespected, like in that Charlie Kirk joke, than Charlie Kirk himself. Right? You were saying, well, like black people have this proclivity for violence. We can't control ourselves when you walk around with guns shooting up random spots. It was a black person joke. It was not a joke about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk got thrown in the mix, I guess, if you want to be edgy. But the part of the joke was black folks again. So even if the number one gotcha example about how you everybody, the example you use makes no sense because black folks were still disrespected. Now Joe Rogan steps in and Joe Rogan says that the people who are upset at him, oh, they're mentally ill. They just want to be upset. They, oh man, like these people need help. They're mentally sick. I'm saying back, like, really, Joe? The black folks who are upset at him, we're mentally ill now? We mentally ill, we got a problem because we don't want to be disrespected by this guy time after time after time because we don't want him to make fun of a dead man who was murdered in cold blood for the world to see. And furthermore, like even if you want to, I guess, make like a harmless joke, if there's even such a thing as a harmless joke in Twitter history, you go as far as to imply that this man is in hell. For what? But we're mentally ill for being upset at him, according to Joe Rogan.
Right? So that's 2 years later. So now you're a guy that they go to, like, to get mad at. And there's a bunch of people like that online. That's their business. Their business is people are mad at them, they have hot takes, people are mad at them. I mean, so you've fallen into that category. And so there's going to be people that genuinely don't like what you did and don't like you, and there's going to be people that are just using it as a commodity. They're just using it as outrage, which is part of what the game is. You know, that's what they do. It's their engagement, you know, game that they play, and it's kind of what we do in the joke game. You know, you get engagement, you get people to laugh. You say outrageous things that you don't even really mean, but it's because it's a funny thing to say. It's just like I always say, Bob Marley didn't really shoot the sheriff. You know that, right? It's like just jokes. like when you say inappropriate on purpose, then that is like everybody used to know that. And if their hot take gets engagement, they're all looking at their likes, and they should start re-engaging with that subject, going back on it. This is a real problem. Okay. Good luck with that. That's bad for your head, kid. You're right. Exactly. Very bad for your head. All those people that I know that are like, especially comics that are doing it, the comics that are doing it, almost all of them don't have good careers. Right? But no, all of them. Right. None of them have like impressive careers, especially compared to their contemporaries that are doing well. And then on top of it, they're all mentally ill. They're all people that are filled up with pharmaceuticals and they're going to therapy. They're like literally mentally ill, and they're online. They're talking about fascists. Right. You know, like stop. Like, get your shit together. No one. Your opinion is not that valuable to people because they know that you're. Do you not understand that?
I'm so disappointed in Joe Rogan, man. How come it's never, hey, man, leave these folks alone? Hey, man, these folks not bothering you, but they not checking for you, man. White folks not checking for cocaine, man. White folks, like, ain't on these masses. Black folks not watching this comedy special. Black folks don't think like this. So, on that podcast, crying about how black folks coming for you, but all you gotta do is leave black folks alone. Every time you open up your mouth, you got something to say about black folks. Why? Why? Wouldn't that be the example of mental health? Wouldn't that be an unhealthy obsession? That you got this weird kink and unhealthy obsession with black folks, and whenever you open up your mouth, it's something you gotta say about black folks. You are obsessed. That's mental health. Leave us alone. It's simple as that. But let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this, man. If you're still watching this video, click on the right here somewhere on my screen. Or here somewhere on my screen. How exactly DJ Academics just put the nail in Sean Made God's call. I'm gonna see you guys in this Academic and Sean Made video somewhere on my screen. Send me a hype if you want to show support. Out of your phone. Peace.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Where's the golf carts? There it is. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
I don't even gotta try. Just happens. I've been on auto. We coming in my seat, auto. So they got the sheet,
The truth of the matter is that American culture at this point, what is truly American, is black culture to a large degree. Except on the television set. Look at Pulp Fiction. You know, I mean, you can choose whatever examples you want. It's had a profound influence on this entire nation, and it has to be affirmed.
Seriously, I'm going to keep saying this until I die. American culture is black American culture. It just gets filtered out and watered down and whitewashed until they can give credit to a white guy. Jazz, country, rock and roll, rap, all black American creation. And then you want to move to the protest side. Bro, not only did Black Lives Matter spark actual other things like Asian Lives Matter and Queer Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter, but on the flip side, when racist assholes were trying to say, well, Blue Lives Matter, through humanity, what happened is it translated into less of a sarcastic thing and more into a genuine, like, support your nurses and firefighters and EMTs. So even the people who might be the most discriminatory, they gotta think of Black American for their own fucking views.
I heard an African guy say that Black Americans have no culture. To say that is to say that America has no culture. There's no such thing as American culture. Anything you consider American culture, the foundation came from Black people. Whether it's the music, the slang, food, fashion, sports, resilience. Hell, if you think America is racist, You can't have racism without black people. So anything you consider American culture is black American culture, period. Think I'm lying? Imagine America without the influence of black Americans. What are you left with? Yeah. Hell, imagine TikTok without the influence of black Americans. Yeah. American culture is black American culture, period. And I stand on it.
White America is pissed off knowing that American culture is shaped by black people. Bye-bye.
This superior race bullshit that's being spewed right now, that's what it is. It's just bullshit. Because if you take away your money, you take away your business, you take away your influence, it all collapses. The American economy will collapse without you. Some of the single most greatest inventions that were created in America were by black people. I'm just tired of this narrative that oh, people are too ghetto. Oh, people are this and people are that. You'd be nothing without them. You'd be nothing without them. And this isn't just for my black friends. This is for all minorities. They would be nothing without you. And another thing, stop supporting these corporations that literally disrespect you on a daily basis.
A lot of people talk about how black people have an outsized impact on culture. I would argue that they are American culture, right? Every good part of American culture comes originally from black people. Our economic foundation, if you read The Half Has Never Been Told by Edward Baptiste, it talks about how in the 1800s and the 1900s, we really, really benefited from heavily subsidized, essentially free labor, right? Slavery's impact cannot be understated in our ability to grow this nation at such a rapid rate. We owe them everything, right? And from slavery, from that, comes all of the modern music we love, right? The blues, jazz, all born out of a time when black people had no hope for the future, right? So they would sing. And all of that became the music that is loved internationally. If you go anywhere in the world, the American music that people are listening to all comes from black people, right? So when there's any controversy about this Juneteenth, I really want people to think long and hard about where this country would be without black people. Essentially nowhere, right? We definitely wouldn't be cool, right? You wouldn't be able to go to a cafe in Amsterdam or a nightclub in Bangkok and listen to things that are familiar to you. All of that is due to black people. Search is changing. AI and Presswire let your news get discovered by AI. People now discover brands through AI-generated answers. Those answers rely on credible, publicly accessible content. Get one free press release.
As cash becomes more rare in our daily lives, mobile banking is not just an adults-only tool. It's become an important part of how kids learn about money, spending, and financial responsibility. As parents, how do we keep ahead? We've got some tools to show you. For previous generations, learning about the value of money was a very physical experience. You could see your allowance in your wallet or count the coins in your piggy bank and physically hand over money at a store when buying something. That
To things that are familiar to you. All of that is due to black people.
Yeah, I don't think that y'all understand that black America got so much culture that it's a different version of it in every single state. A different way that they eat, a different way that they talk, a different way that they cook, a different accent, different way that they dance, a different way that they make music. It's so much drip and so much culture that other black Americans travel to other states just so they can experience other black Americans' cultures that's different from their black American culture that they have created in their state. It's so much. It's so crazy how much culture and tradition black Americans have. I don't think the world appreciated enough. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy.
Let's be real. Black American culture is American culture. The reason why people feel that they're participating in Black American culture is because they don't see it as Black American culture. They see it as an American culture. American culture was transported outside so that everyone could participate in, so that Americans could show their dominance to their culture. But it was Black American culture. When America realized that the world was noticing how they were treating Black people in the UN, the human rights, they decided to send Black Americans, especially music, like Louis Armstrong, all these people as ambassadors outside of America to show that America was treating Black people fairly, which we know is wrong. But that is how Black American culture started being pushed outside as American culture. So people felt the need that they had permission to participate in American culture. So they took over and they feel like they can still participate in Black American culture without giving Black American the respect they deserve and the flowers for previous culture, because they feel like they are entitled to, because it's American culture has been pushed outside and become a dominant culture outside of the world, so they feel like they can participate. I help you play on. No, that is not true, because Black people are looked as inferior, as not intelligent, and being pushed out there as not really contributing to society when Black people have contributed to society the most. So yes, the reason why people feel like they are entitled to Black American culture and do not have to apologize for what they do if they participate in it, including the global Black culture, is because of how it's being pushed out there, especially when it comes to America. Because American culture is Black American culture. Let's be real.
Black people are the cool. They're the culture. Cool. They're the culture drivers of America without question. In some ways, I guess that's maybe ancient Greece. What's democracy if not the original hip hop? How everything filtered out from there. Kind of, the same way. Love it when you call me Big Son. The same way music's been taken from Black people forever. Everyone's kind of been taking our shit between philosophy and democracy.
Most of the stuff y'all consume is Black American culture. Most of the stuff y'all see, hear, listen to, wear is Black American culture. Yet y'all give white people your flowers for what? What y'all giving white people your flowers for? Like, I really don't understand it. Next time y'all say, I love the 90s style, I love the white supreme style, I love baggy clothes, Black American style. That's Black American culture. Next time y'all say, I love rock music, and y'all think that Elvis Presley, rock music didn't start with Elvis Presley. Rock music started with Black Americans. Country music started with Black Americans. House music started with Black Americans. Techno is Black music. Hip-hop is Black music. R&B is Black music. Blues, jazz, gospel is Black music. Everything that y'all consume, most of the stuff, is Black music. If people dress like Billie Eilish is dressed like TLC, the brand and MC Life. But y'all don't know who that is, so the conversation doesn't even make sense. I'm so sick and tired of people thinking Black Americans don't have culture when they are the culture. Y'all love the gift and not the giver. Y'all love everything that Black people produce, but y'all don't like Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people give you, but you don't respect Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people, it only exists because of Black people. You only exist because of Black people. If it wasn't for a Black woman, y'all wouldn't even be here. Y'all want to hate on Black women. All of that shit don't make sense to me, bro.
You don't date Spanish guys at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why?
I guess I like, first and first, I like dark complexion. And it seemed like every dark guy that I ever liked, they're African American or Jamaican. I don't even like people I think that like is my race, just because I like to date people that are different from me. Like I like to date people that are not like me. I like their culture. I already know my culture, so I want something new to me.
Seriously, I'm gonna keep saying this until I die. American culture is Black American culture. It just gets filtered out and watered down and whitewashed until they can give credit to a white guy. Jazz, country, rock and roll, rap, all Black American creation. And then you want to move to the protest side. Bro, not only did Black Lives Matter spark actual other things like Asian Lives Matter and Queer Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter, but on the flip side, when racist assholes were trying to say, well, blue lives matter, through humanity, what happened is it translated into less of a sarcastic thing and more into a genuine, like, support your nurses and firefighters and EMTs. So even the people who might be the most discriminatory.
The summer sales event at Hendrick is here with deals like 0 down or no payments for 90 days. That's 3 months payment free and over 30,000 vehicles to choose from. Find your next ride at HendrickCars.com.
Hey Blake, why do you think capital alone is not enough?
Hey guys, Blake here. Just want to chat with you guys about something real quick. I know we've all heard this before. I definitely have heard it before. Yes. If I had more capital, I'd be rich. Well, money is just a tool. Capital is just a tool. Your mindset, your psychology isn't right. It doesn't matter. And yeah, I used to think if I just had more money in my account, I'd be able to buy the car. I'd be able to go on the trips. I'd be able to fix everything. But capital does not fix impatience. It does not fix FOMO. If your emotions are running the trades, it just leads to bigger mistakes. And that's what changed when I partnered with XL Trades. They gave me both. They gave me the capital that I needed, but most of all, they gave me the structure and the mindset to continue moving everything forward. So, if you're chasing capital, remember guys, the real upgrade is discipline. Master that, and everything else follows. And I'm talking
firefighters and EMTs. So even the people who might be the most discriminatory, they got to think of Black American for their own fucking views.
Why does Black culture lead global culture? Black people say they want our rhythms, but not our blues. But a mentor once told me that your pain becomes your power. So maybe y'all got rhythm because you've had your blues. Born from chains and pain, rhythm came from struggle. It's not just style, it's survival. The world moves with it because it feels true. And in Korea, we know that kind of pain too. We were colonized, invaded, divided. The Japanese, for example, took our land, our names, our voices, even our daughters. They turned them into sex slaves for their soldiers. Generations carried that shame in silence until that silence learned to sing. It became K-pop. Trauma turned into triumph. A nation healing through harmony. Hip-hop, K-pop, different stories, same truth. Pain gives birth to power. Suffering to sound. Without the blues, there is no rhythm.
People are arguing that K-pop is influence or comes from Black culture. And I'm out here thinking you can go further than that. The entire pop genre, you can argue, comes from Black culture because pop is a combination of like hip hop, jazz, funk, soul, and all sorts of genres that, a lot of it comes from Black culture. And I'm not saying like, variations of this and stuff like people getting inspired by this can't make their own original works, but like, a huge chunk of it is inspired by Black culture, whether you like it or not. And this leads to a lot of cognitive dissonance that I've observed where, like, you'll see, like, people say the most racist, darnest things, and then you'll go to their, like, reposts. This is, like, from one of my personal experience, like, you go to their reposts, and they're out here, like, reposting Tekka clips from his music videos. I'm like, okay, so you're a Tekka fan, and you're saying the most absolutely crazy racist things towards that community, towards the community that Tekka is from. It's like, it's so weird. It's really weird, and I just like, that's why, for one, I feel like a lot of like self-proclaimed racists aren't really racist. They're just misguided, they're misguided and they're just hateful, and that could be changed,
We are the only people that came to America that became American because we had to completely recreate ourselves. And it's a fascinating history. We did that mostly with song. And it's one of the reasons that we still dominate, no matter what else it is. The Black American sound dominates. Everybody wants to sound like that. They don't want to look like us. What's it happening? They want to sound like that.
I think secretly, as people can, they do want to look like us.
You made a point there.
Right? They definitely want to dress like us. And they speak like us. You've been able to impact a lot of the younger generation, especially in this hip-hop culture. Your name right now is revered, and some of the greatest artists on this planet today, like a Kanye West, even mentioned you in songs.
I was going to say, I'm going to say it, bro, fuck it. There's something about Black people, this
superior, sublime. They just got it all. Athleticism, soul, finesse, rhythm. Like, it's an OP race. Think about it. Y'all melanated folk, like, I know I'm glazing, but it's on your forehead. I look up to you. God bless you all.
What do you love about black people?
Let's watch this video.
I like the fact that they have like different cultures than us, and the fact that like there's so much to learn, and like with like dances, with music, and it's just like it helps like unite the world. What do you love about black people?
I'd say their athletic ability. They're taking over the sports game, and they're super gifted with a different bunch of athletic gifts.
What do you love about black people?
I like their food, their fashion, and their music taste.
What do you love about black people?
I like the black girls. They're really pretty, and I like their hair.
What do you love about black people? I like that they're friendly and that they cook good. What do you like about black people? I like their fashion, music, and style. What do you love about black people? I really like you guys' smile. You have really pretty smiles and really white teeth. I'm very jealous of that. What do you love about black people?
You know, I got many black friends. They're pretty funny. They're really chill. And they're overall nice people.
What do you love about black people?
They're very expressive. They're very funny. They're always asking to hang out. They're very cool.
What do you love about black people?
Bro, there's nothing more beautiful than a black woman. So shout out to all the black queens out there.
Let me know what you think in the comments below.
When you're black, nothing is exciting. Your body's tea. Yeah, of course it's supposed to be tea. You're black. You're good at sports? Yeah, obviously you're gonna be. You're black. You're good at music? Duh, you're black. You can dance? Obviously, you're black. This is why we have Black History Month. Because, no, actually, we're doing shit so much better, so much cooler. Because we're black?
Welcome back. When I say American culture is black culture, or America is being shaped by black culture, for many of the people, they will think it's the music alone, it's the movies, the style. But a number of things.
Man, y'all come here, bro. I can't lie to y'all, bro. The rival devs are tripping. There is no way you're telling me that you had to enhance Captain America's meat the way you did. You're telling me that voice chat is this strict and people were saying, I can't be crashing out on people because there's kids in the game. There's kids in the game, but we could show extra meat. But I can't even give regular comms or show any sign of frustration to my team without being banned for 2 to 3 days. I'm currently banned right now. But Captain America's meat, all right, look, I get it. I get it. The Gooner thing, bro, like the allegations have always been there, but y'all taking it too far. Come on, bro. Am I crazy? Am I bugging? Like, y'all telling me that, like, I'm not getting the skin, bro. I'm gonna stay with Wolf Cap. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand what's going through the Rivals dev's mind. Like, I know they were looking at it and they were like, make his meat bigger. No pause? No pause going on? No pause. Make it bigger. We'll sell it more with a bigger beach. Hey, nigga, like, what game are we playing? Man, y'all come here, bro. I can't lie to y'all, bro. The rival devs are tripping. This is This is breaking news, y'all. This is breaking news. Now, there's a situation that happened with a social media influencer who goes by the name of Jay Amore, or Mr. J. But this TikTok influencer, 2-year-old daughter, had went in their pool and drowned. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you the rundown of everything that happened. I need y'all to stay. In the second video, he's receiving a lot of backlash from the internet. Something going on with he pulled up a GoFundMe and then took it down. Now, this is the father of 9 children. So when that had happened, right after the situation that happened, taking videos right at the pool after the situation happened. Now, many of you may know Mr. J for getting on TikTok, eating a bunch of food while his wife asks him questions and all of that. But this story right here, I want y'all to brace yourself, because this is a very sensitive topic that we're about to go through right here, y'all. Check this out.
Introducing new Ben & Jerry's ice cream bars. Put a stick in it.
If you didn't go to the ER after a car accident, listen up. I got $96,000 for my accident in 57 days, and I only had what they call silent injuries.
You don't know.
So basically nothing.
Leave mama alone.
Showed up on the scene.
What are you doing in there?
Okay, no blood, no broken bones. I figured.
Go lay down.
Take some ibuprofen and sleep it off.
And no stomping on my floor. I'll whoop.
My lower back was locked up. My neck was radiating pain down into my shoulder. I was getting headaches. I couldn't sit at my desk for 20 minutes without my whole body screaming at me. What seemed like something small at the scene turned into something that I couldn't ignore. But here's where it almost went wrong. I almost did nothing about it. I thought because I didn't go to the emergency room, I'd given up my case. I thought because there were no scans, no records, no doctors signing off on injuries that same day, I had to. I spent days telling myself that skipping the ER meant skipping any payout. And I almost let that one decision cost me $96,000. If you were in a car accident any time in the past year, even as a passenger, and you didn't go to the ER, you could still be owed maximum accident compensation. But most people don't realize that, and it almost cost me everything. That's exactly what insurance companies are counting on. They know silent injuries, whiplash, disc problems, soft tissue damage, concussions could take days or even weeks to fully show themselves. They know skipping the ER feels like a confession that you weren't really hurt. And they're betting you'll talk yourself out of filing because there's no ER bill stapled to your case. Every person who didn't go to the ER and walks away quietly is a claim they never have to pay. Your doubt is their profit margin. Then someone told me about the accident compensation service, and it changed everything. It's an accident compensation service that could help you get paid the maximum amount you may be owed, even if it's the ER, even if it seemed minor, and even if your injury stays for days or weeks. No,
you can't compensate with somebody in there saying
no paying anything out of pocket up front. Right now, there are 10 more car accident victims.
Remember the hot ball and the
even if you didn't go to the ER, even if it's been weeks or months, you could still qualify. Here's what I did. I answered a couple simple questions about my accident on their free site. It told me in seconds that I qualified. Then I was connected with an accident specialist who helped me document everything. The delayed pain, the doctor visits, I finally worked, the way my back was changing, how I walked, worked, and slept.
Yeah, you thank you,
topic that we about to go through right here, y'all. Check this out.
Nobody went.
Go to your room. Don't hurt your toes. It's like.
Hey. Oh, man. Hey, you can take it right now. You understand? Are you done? Yeah, I would like pretty clear.
Is breathing tonight after a 2-year-old girl drowned at a home.
And police say the family have all the safety measures in place to prevent something like this from happening.
Life ain't no joke already as it is. And then with social media, you know, that's a life in itself, right? And look, can't nobody tell you how you should grieve when it comes to your loved ones, especially your kids. And despite so this is him, this is what he's known for getting online, eating a bunch of food and stuff like that, and he went viral, y'all. Like what the world might persuade you to think, ain't nobody on this world perfect but God. And once we establish that, we understand life happens, right? And because somebody may look like they got more than you on social media, it don't mean they living better than you, right? Let's throw that out there. I got one child, one that think it's a lie. I'm talking about a full-blown dad. I can't imagine having 7. Can you? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. That's the story of a man a man who, on this past Father's Day, became one of, if not the worst days of his life. Coming outside saying he's taller, unresponsible, and the poop. What you do? A lot of people already pointed out the obvious, right? But remember, y'all, stay for the second story because it's an update. I'm putting it all together. Don't go nowhere. No gate around the poop.
And we'll later get to all that. We're going to look at the format of how the house was laid out and even the pool. But it was something that was done just yesterday that made this man have to recant his statement on social media. And I don't know if he was wrong or right, but it just goes to show you how powerful social media can be. That can stop you from grieving to try to please the public. This man made it go fun. People noticed the life he was portraying online, the house this situation happened in. But he's not taking accountability of bills. Some people having financial struggles, and having your main source of income be TikTok is not that stable. But nonetheless, that man withdrew his GoFundMe that he made for his daughter. I'm going to go over the facts. I'm going to go over this in chronological order. And I'm going to let you guys let me know how y'all feel about this one at the end. But most importantly, we'll send some love and prayers to this man. He made a statement being his attorney after all.
Because that's the thing, from the outside looking in, people be pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? And just because somebody can make something look good online doesn't mean they have the liquid funds to support anything that they have going on. They may be drowning in debt that you don't know about. So just because somebody come up with a GoFundMe, but you see all these tangible things, these items that's in their house and all of that, don't mean that they have the money in their bank account.
On the backlash this morning, which compelled me to bring it to you guys' attention. So before we go over this, I want you guys to remember, I'll give you no angle. Let's give you the story. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Would y'all like to?
Can you talk to Bridget? Because she always be wearing like short little outfits and revealing clothes on my boyfriend. Damn. And the other day she walked in there and she had on like the little Nike bra top and some little shorts and her stomach was showing. And it was, I just feel like she shouldn't be doing it.
I mean, at the same time, I talk to her.
He be looking at her, and I just don't want him to look at her so she can just not dress like that.
Hey, well, she should feel comfortable in her own house. Now, the problem lies with the boyfriend. You shouldn't be looking. Because if that's your sister, you should look at her like a sister as well.
Fam, that was TikToker Jamal Moore, also known as JMO, or Mr. J. Right now, we're mourning the loss of his 2-year-old daughter, Rose, but we won't show her picture. Now living in Atlanta, Georgia, the influencer has launched a GoFundMe after announcing the death of the toddler. JMO shared online that his daughter died after accidentally drowning in their family's pool, the same pool you guys see on the screen. But before we go over exactly what he had to say and why he decided to take away the GoFundMe, let's talk about him for a second. For those unaware, Jamal Morton is a father of 9. I made him misquoted. He gained millions of followers across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, where he uploads comedy sketches centered around parenting. JMO also worked as an actor. He joined TikTok in July 2022. He started making content featuring his children. Jamal Morton has been married to Jessica Morton, who also makes Instagram Reels with her husband and kids. In November of 2000.
So it seems like a happy family. You know, he might have kids with the other, as we seen in the footage, where the police approached the house. She said something about the other baby mother, and they had his other children from the other baby mother. So that's where the 9 come into play. So he has a father of 9, happy family, big house, pool in the backyard. You know, people will look at this and say, wow, they got it all together. But as time go on and the story unfolds, you know, the internet, they get to doing their little investigations and stuff, and something just might not be right. I'm not saying it ain't officially, but I'm saying that, you know how people, hey, look, you know, they see things, you know what I mean? But we can't tell nobody how to mourn as well, you know? But let's keep it going.
2025, he spoke with a Rock House TV interview and spoke about his father, saying that being a parent is definitely hard. He made it on social media after his wife just gave him a plate. Then it went back.
During that time, I started playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was drinking, and I just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And then I started scrolling on social media and just was like, I can do this, you know? And I saw like a few pages where people were like having a platform, but the content was like cringy, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was lame as hell. I'm not even gonna lie, but people were following it. So I was like, if they can do this, I can, you know? So one day, like, my wife, she brought me a plate of food, and I was like, I was talking to her for this plate, yeah, that's about it. So she brought me a plate, and I was like, hey, babe, film me. She was like, why you eating? I was like, yeah.
Okay. Because you really want people like, at this time the videos couldn't make.
Going over his background, it seemed like over the years he also had some choice words for the Atlanta rapper 21 Savage.
And it comes to the 9 to get protection. You a real fucking bitch. You came in my room and stole it because you know we clapping. You a real bitch ass nigga. I was trying to hey, one mic, hold up, one mic, man. I was trying to put you on and put you on my. Hold on, I'm gonna bring us up to speed to what's going on now because we ain't here for him and 21 Savage and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and couple the other story, what the internet is talking about, y'all. Make sure y'all hype this video, subscribe to get this out in the algorithm because if people are on it, you know, and it's upsetting a lot of people. But check it out, y'all.
Hi, I'm Bill Freiger with Freiger Life. I'm really proud of the fact that my grandfather started this company in 1947, and we've been family-owned and operated ever since. When you find yourself needing your glass repaired or replaced, our team is here to help. Although we're over 75 years old, we're committed to investing in new technologies to improve our customer experience every day.
We contacted Freiger Glass, put in new windows at our clubhouse here at Wood Creek. They were very dependable, very friendly, and answered every question we had about our installation at a very timely manner.
We have used Freiger Glass for custom work in our new home, and it's been a great experience. They've been reliable, trustworthy, they've answered all our questions, and they've been with us every step of the way.
Our commitment to you goes beyond our quality work. You're considered part of the family here.
I'm on board.
Get out, y'all. You definitely can't come.
2025, him and his wife bought a nice home for around $830,000 in Atlanta, Georgia. We're not going to disclose exactly where, but I want to break down some numbers before we go over the details and the spec of this house. Say you got a mortgage for $833,000. Divide that in what, 60 years, 30 years, hopefully. Nobody doing 60s no more. Depending on your interest rate, you're looking at about $5,900 a month.
Don't see room, huh?
$5,900 a month.
I'm gonna make you something to eat after this
I
game.
can't even fathom paying that much. But again, you got 9 children. You know what I'm saying? But that blows my mind. People paying that much more. You know, I can't think about that. That's crazy.
Property taxes, you're probably looking at $6,300 a month to live in this house. That's a month. Now, let's point out this. Despite how much your mortgage is, it's better than rent, especially when you put money into something that's essentially yours. The bank gave you the loan, you just paying it off. It's essentially an investment. But let's not make no mistake. Making $15,000 or $20,000 and your mortgage is around $6,000 is not living above your means. But it damn sure don't mean you well off or rich. So let's get that established out the way, fam. The materialistic things may be above what you have or not. That don't take away the fact that most of us is one paycheck away from not being able to afford our bills. So someone who has less deserve help. What's the difference for someone who want to help someone who have a little bit more? And like we said at the very beginning, everything is not what it's saying, because I'm not saying that it was due to financial struggles or maybe they felt like it was a better investment renting it out. But back in May 19th, in 2026, a little over a year, the couple had listed the home to be rented out for $8,500, which, as we mentioned, probably about $2,500 for the actual mortgage. The house is a little under 5,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Now, according to public listing, this is the image of the backyard. It also matches up with the videos that he put up on social media. And as you can see, how the setup is, the pool can't really have no fence around it, which is kind of unfortunate. The back door leads to a lounge area, which leads directly in front of the pool. Now, with that being said, we're talking about possibly even 9 siblings together. I can see an honest, unfortunate mistake with a young child wandering off the backyard inside that pool. Now, on June 7, 2026, the couple had raised it up and looked for offers, renting out their home for 10 plus thousand. Sometimes that could push your HOA and neighbors on. But 2 days later, they removed the listing. Fast forward 2 weeks later, it's Father's Day, June 23rd, 2026. In Jamal's household, he's getting celebrated. But suddenly, allegedly, the couple looked for Rose, and they found her unresponsive in the backyard pool. And she rests in peace and level condolences to her family. The world didn't know yet, but on June 25th, 2026, Jamal had went to social media to give his condolences and ask for support. He uploaded a GoFundMe. And fam, we gotta be mindful on the words and how we make people feel on social media. Apparently they came for a reason, fam. And he said the follows: "You were the best daughter a father could ever ask for. Losing a child is a pain I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I hate to make this post, but y'all won't be seeing me for a while. I have to take a break. I lost my daughter. She thought she was a big girl and could swim all by herself. She walked out the house and got into the pool where she drowned. I hope heaven is real because I can't imagine you being all alone by yourself. So God, if you're real, please watch over my baby. Rest in peace, my sweet angel. Daddy loves you forever, Rose." In the GoFundMe description, Jamal Moore urged readers to help his family send her home, adding that they're moving away because they can't live in that house anymore. According to the page, the service for Rose will be held on Sunday, June 28, 2026. And as of the writing, the fundraiser has raised $4,645 of the $6,500 goal. Now, me not asking for much. Now, as I look to go donate back, personally, I was thinking that. This ain't broken.
Bye, you gonna wait till I finish.
People pointing out his home, the pool.
Why was he receiving backlash? This is what the next video about. And I will add this. When it comes down to money, I will say this. When it comes down to our people, they won't give up the money until they know all the details. They gotta know every last detail about that money. So I will say that. You know what I'm saying? So people, they did a little investigation into all of that. And this is the next video right here. Check it out, Joe. Okay, this is it. If you're still here, please hit the like button and make sure you give up one of them hypes. This is it. People on TikTok, y'all know when they put that mystery background music to it, and they putting them pictures and videos together, and they start diving. You know what I mean? And this is what this is. Check it out, y'all.
This whole situation is absolutely insane, and the fact that the occult numbers and this video is absolutely disturbing and sickening when I had seen it today. But let's take a look into this whole situation before I show you this video. So maybe you guys recognize this guy, but his name is Jamal Morton, and he's known as an influencer. A lot of people remember him because in videos he's always eating something or sitting in his pool at his house. Now, if you look, parenting influencer's 2-year-old daughter drowns in his home pool. Daddy loves you forever. Now, it goes on to explain some stuff in here about what had happened, but check this out. Look into the numbers because it's very telling. So as you can see here, he is 33 years old when it happened. Interesting. The date it happened on is June 21st. Now, what's on June 21st? The summer solstice. But notice his daughter also was 2 years old. As I've shown on my page, 2 is known as the magician's number because it's 1 mirrored. It's like a trick. But in Roman numerals, it's also an 11. It appears to be an 11, which, like 33, the master number. 11 times 3 is 33. But even regardless of the numerology that's surrounding this event, is the video that he posted is absolutely disturbing. Now, people will say, oh, it's somebody on his team. There's people trying to give excuses. If anybody posted this on my page, okay, a video that I had done in the past with the pool in it nonetheless, anybody on my team ever posted this, not only would they be fired, but they'd be catching these hands bad. I mean, bad. If you would have posted this video. But check this video out for yourself.
Summer, the cup is bigger than ever, and DraftKings has you covered wherever you live. Every match, Every goal. Every iconic celebration that gets blown out of proportion by the international media. Pinkies up.
New DraftKings customers spend $5 and get $200 in total bonuses and get in the game nationwide with DraftKings. Now live in all 50 states. The crown is yours.
Hendrick.
Good afternoon. My name is Jordan. Hi, my name is Joe. I'm Ethan, your Honda certified technician. I'll be working on your vehicle today. Front brakes are right around 30% life, so I will send you over a quote for that. Find that your liquor car has 80% life left. Liquor suspension's in good shape. Your service writer will be with you shortly, and I thank you for your time.
If you would have posted this video. But check this video out for yourself.
Yeah, she was up there. Yeah, she was up there. Yeah.
Fam, in the next video, we're going to try. But I want to steal 15 minutes of y'all time, man. Go up.
Hey, listen, man, I'm going to just put it like this, man. If I see somebody going through something, it's either I'm going to donate or not donate. I'm not going to sit up there and be like, nah, I don't want to give them no money because... and then try to lead other people to not give them money. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just say, nah, I ain't rocking with that joint right there. Something seemed a little fishy. I'm not going to sit up there and try to get everybody else to follow me to not donate to the people. I'm not going to do that. Y'all let me know. Are y'all into that numerology stuff and all that? But it goes deeper than that. Check it out.
From a story we did less than 48 hours ago. And I'm going to be real. I don't know what's going on with this couple. Everything they doing is faulty. With all due respect, if it's not them, it's their team. But their team represent them. And at this point, some people already know where I'm going with this. And some people asking, fam, what you talking about? Let me break it down. So the influencer we talked about 2 days ago is facing even more backlash after posting a video at the exact same spot where his 2-year-old daughter tragically lost her life. And then come the mother. She posted the same day this situation went on. And the next. And the next after that, there was no post of the baby girl. And of course, we didn't go over it, but most of us came to the video and said it in the comments. He came out and said he wasn't home. Something don't add up here. Now, we're not here to come up with theories.
Now they saying something don't add up. He's saying he wasn't home. Then he's saying they're posted on the same day that the young girl had passed.
We're here to talk about the facts. Now, how I was raised, just me. A lot of this stuff that's being done, I couldn't even fathom doing. Or somebody from my team having the nerve to do so on my behalf. And when you got something like that happen in a tragic event like the one we discussed 48 hours ago, fam, you know I had to bring it to you guys' attention. Not to mention, there were some family members who came in the comments and said, fam, hold fast. We've been following him prior to the time you doing your research to give us this story. There's a man who shows large amounts of cash. And I want to belittle other people's situations. Because coming from...
so now some new information says that he shows large amounts of cash, liquid. Because remember, at first I said they don't mean that they have the liquid cash. They say he shows large amounts of cash, also belittle other people. So, hey, look, I can't side with that right there. If it's true, check it out.
Where I'm from, folks that put money first will do anything for it. But nonetheless, after giving the parents the benefit of the doubt and then seeing a recent post from both the father and the mother on social media, regardless of who's actually behind the accounts, I can't lie, I was crushed. So today, I want to bring you guys a quick but important update. So before we go over this, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no aim, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it.
Why would I do that?
Because, like, okay, I know I ain't been there for 8 months, but y'all been helping, so the baby been getting taken care of.
What does my money have to do with your responsibility and the fact that when you have a child, the father needs to have just as much responsibility as the mother?
Right, but we can do that without the courts being involved, Mo. Because I'll give you the money. I just please, more like, come on.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to speak too soon, but I believe this was the skit they did on that same day.
I know that was a long skit, but that was the mother of the 2-year-old who, according to the parents, drowned in their pool on Father's Day. Now, the irony of that message, right? But the real takeaway I want you guys to take away from that video is the date it was posted, on Father's Day. And the 2026 Father's Day fell on June 21st, 2026. And according to the couple, that was the same day they lost their baby girl. And we'll briefly go over the details once more in 60 seconds.
So my question is, was that a repost so they could stay in the algorithm was it a repost from their team? Or did they go out and act that skit right after the situation? Because if they acted out that skit right after the daughter had dropped, that's bad. That is bad right there.
But I've asked you guys to check out the first video. Nonetheless, you would think they would speak on it on the 22nd, right? Nope. What about the 23rd? Nope. 24th? Nope. 25th? Nope. In fact, on the mother page, she posted every day, but not one post was about her daughter. When it came to the dad, the influencer, he didn't post for a week. But then he came back out and made another post that got so hectic under the comments, he had to take it off. Now, I managed to screenshot some comments speaking on it, because that's the only evidence of it being up. And it makes you wonder, man, why y'all doing all this posting and not nobody taking the time to post they doing? So I analyzed the mother page once again. Okay, maybe it's her team doing it, right? She may not do dedication posts. But just 2 days ago, she made a dedication post to her husband and wrote 4 months till 2026. And I'm still in love with the man I met in 2016. But the comments was turned off. Wonder why, right? And just like her husband, she would post.
So when she did post, that was her post, and she shut the comments off. So people or fans are getting at him saying, "Hey, what's going on with the little girl? Why y'all not speaking?" Again, you can't tell nobody how to mourn, but I see what I'm trying to look at both sides here. You know what I'm saying?
Another video, and just like her husband, in front of that very food they claim the daughter was found deceased. Now, that's their child. But to me, that's distasteful.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just hoping maybe like their team had posted this just to stay in the algorithm. I don't know. I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that. What I want to think is that you actually withdraw yourself from social media after an incident like that happened.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
That's enough.
And I'm not gonna be in that pool. I don't want to even see that damn pool. Seriously.
Now at this point, I wanted to check out the details again to make sure we said everything that was correct, right? Like, this young girl really drowned in the pool. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I wanted to check and see if the authorities made the same conclusion. Now, I know what the address is. Showed details in the last video, but I won't say it, because that's public information. But I'm not here to put anybody's address on a public platform. But that gave me a clue to search for the county to see did they make any reports on Father's Day on even a young girl losing their life, period. And it was no. So once it
did they make any reports on a young girl losing their life at all? And the answer is no. They didn't make no reports.
Again, I read what the father had to say a week after Father's Day, came up with the GoFundMe, took it down, and said the following. Talking about a 2-year-old now. He quote, I lost my daughter. She thought she was a big girl that could swim all by herself. She walked out the house and got into the pool where she drowned. Now, that was the statement he made for the fundraiser, right? Man, what was your 2-year-old doing? You walked out the house